What exactly is Classic Plus?
When you first started playing World of Warcraft, you'd race home from school, throw your backpack on your bed, get on the computer, sit down, and...
Do remember that song. I do remember that song.
Now, regardless of when you started playing, we've all had that feeling of not knowing what's over that mountain, what challenge is next, what piece of gear may be the next big upgrade that some random boss in a dungeon just so happened to drop. The mystery of what was out there kept you firmly locked in, wondering what was next.
Very true.
I think, or hope so at least, that Classic Plus can give us that feeling back.
Bro, I could talk about Classic Plus every day for the next 2 years. I could do it.
That's what I'm saying. We've covered this topic so much on this channel. I don't know how many times I have yapped about Classic Plus at this point. But hey,
国服目前还没有任何关于 Plus 的这个讨论，所以说有没有我现在还不清楚。
I love Classic, and I want the best version of Classic WoW to be available for the people that want to play it forever.
I want there to be a resource for Blizzard to be like, okay, look, maybe a ton of people want this or a ton of people don't.
Hey guys, I'm Jordy, and Classic Plus, as of this video's release, hasn't officially been announced yet, but thankfully, it does look like we're gonna get it. Blizzard has dropped hint after hint after hint that they're working on something big, with the community frothing at the mouth to figure out exactly what that is.
所以暴雪能不能智能起来？现在立刻马上把 Plus 2.0给我端上来
Dude, they're rising up.
We all want it, but the question I kept running into as I started thinking about a series about Classic Plus, what exactly is Classic Plus?
Okay.
No, really, I'm asking you, person watching this video, what is Classic Plus to you? Okay, think about your answer because we'll come back to you in a sec, but since this is my YouTube video, stay with me here. When I started asking myself that question, I ended up having many conversations with a very good friend of mine, Only.
Hey, I'm Only.
Hi, Only.
I created the Hardcore All-Stars tournament where Blizzard announced official hardcore servers.
Cool.
Yeah, I just want to own the server. That's
I remember this, yeah.
Nerd!
I met Jordy way back in unofficial Hardcore WoW when he killed my priest in Strat UD. Thank you.
Shackle the gargoyle if it gets you.
Yeah, I will.
I think I've seen this clip before. I definitely have.
We should LOS all the way back.
I'm netted.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this.
I really need help.
Hey, we talk shit.
Healing.
Dude.
Damn.
Look, I still argue that wasn't my fault.
I also think that the reason why hardcore became so popular in the beginning, to begin with, was because people were yearning for some new experience within the world. And hardcore kind of gave a lot of people that.
So, Only and I kept talking
and
about
now people want more. Now people, like Classic Plus, that's like the next thing on the horizon, you know?
We'd want to see in Classic Plus, but we kept bumping into a few issues.
Okay.
First, why should anyone care what one person thinks Classic Plus should be? Sure, we've got a bunch of ideas, we've got our non-negotiables and dreams for what this game could be, but we're not alone in that.
I wanted to be able to flesh out our ideas because talking about things and thinking about things is a good way to figure out what we actually want.
If they ever do Classic Plus, I would love to see them do it like in the spirit of Classic.
You know what?
I agree with that guy. He seems smart.
I would like to see in Classic Plus.
Classic Plus.
Classic Plus.
Classic Plus.
Classic Plus.
There's no discussion about Classic Plus. I mean, there is, but like there's no real hub.
And Soda is right. There isn't. Old School RuneScape has this great polling system. Jagex asks the community if they should do some new feature or make some new change, and the community votes on whether or not they want that thing to happen.
That's why RuneScape has become so crazy big, I think, as well. Because they just listen to the community so well.
But Blizzard isn't gonna do that. They're either too proud or too scared to offer up the reins of what Classic Plus might be to the community. But we can't.
Okay, how does one make UI bigger in RuneScape? What is it called again? The plugin. Scaled? I think it's called Scaled UI. Is it called Scaled? Yo, RuneScape frogs. UI scaling, right? Yeah, you need a plugin called UI scaling, something
care
like that.
a lot about this game, and while the developers have their reasons for doing what they're doing, we wanted to take matters into our own hands and figure that
stretched mode. Yes, stretched mode. That's the name.
Out ourselves. What do we, as the community, think Classic Plus should be?
Okay.
So, We took the initiative and we made it.
So this is the survey I wanted to take. I didn't know there was a video with this as well, but I wanted to do the survey, but yeah.
Introducing the entirely fan-made, with no input from Daddy B whatsoever, WoW Classic Plus, a place where we've gone through everything that we could think of to ask you, intrepid adventurer, what you want to see.
So right now you can head over to the website and start taking some surveys. An intro survey followed by a bunch of smaller ones covering every aspect of the game we could think of, from zones to PvP to raids and even itemization. Once you're done, you'll be able to see how your answers stacked up with the rest of the community.
And
that's actually really cool.
We want to invite you to offer up your big ideas and pitches on the content
Looks very professional.
Now, each of these is built around creating a space for you to give your best ideas up to the community.
What the hell? This is actually really well made. Wow. Holy shit.
Where people can then vote.
I like how it takes the community to do something like this, that like Blizzard is supposed to. This is crazy.
Up or down, and soon enough, the best ideas will be known.
Wow.
Now, speaking of best ideas, in my previous life, I wrote television. So narrative is super important to me to keep me grounded in the reason I'm doing something. And to me, Classic Plus doesn't really make any sense. Why would the game just change from what it became to what we want to see?
Yeah.
And then it hit me. Did you guys know that Doomlord Kazakh is actually the guy who opened the dark portal to Outland that enabled TBC? Now, imagine with me, if you will.
This is so well made. Oh, Hellborn. Oh. Holy shit.
I remember well the sting of defeat at the conclusion of the Third War. I have waited far too long for my revenge.
Holy shit. Hey. The orcs, dude, the horde. Hey, the horde will always win, boys. I say that as I play Alliance lately.
Now, the shadow of the Legion falls over this world.
Interesting.
It is only a matter of time until all of your failed creation is undone.
This is really well made.
Contemptible wretch.
Oh shit.
Legion will conquer all.
What the heck? I'm out of range. I love the air speech.
Not again. Not again.
What? TPC is done! Mordial! Calm down.
King's honor, friend.
The dark portal is destroyed, so now what?
Okay, so that's what I want to see. That explains why we're getting Classic Plus.
Oh, so like an actual lore. I kind of like the idea behind that. Like an alternate timeline. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, we never went into Outland, and then... Interesting. That's interesting. It's kind of funny.
The Dark Portal is destroyed during Kazakh's attempt to open it to Outland, changing the future of Azeroth forever. And right here, we've pitched everything that you just saw on the website. And for subsequent videos, the most upvoted or community favorite ideas that you, yes you, person watching this video, submit could be selected to be fully animated into something like you just saw, featured alongside a bunch of other content that people have pitched. And
this is actually nuts.
Maybe you think this idea sucks, or you're a glorious red shirt guy and can explain in the lore why none of that Kazakh idea makes any sense. So, Come tell us. Up or downvote it. Then head over to the Discord where we built a place to house all of the discussion, and together we can figure this out. And to top it all off, as you interact with the website, your rank on the Discord goes up. Pretty cool.
So, complete the surveys, check out and vote on other people's ideas to help filter out the good ideas from the bad, and maybe even pitch an idea of your own.
And to help get that process started, we've posted all our content ideas that you can react to and use as your starting point. From a whole phase schedule to new talent trees that keep classes unique while removing clunkiness. We'll talk about all—
Is this from Blizzard? Do you really think this is from Blizzard? No, they would never do something this crazy. Like, what do you... No, but... This is insane.
All of that soon, but for now, you can go to the website and check it all out.
Oh, and we translated the—
This is like, listen, I just thought it was a survey. I woke up this morning, I saw everybody talking about Classic Plus survey. This is a lot more than that. Like, what the heck?
The entire website to—
I thought it was a survey. It's like, okay, I go to a website and there's a survey. This is just like, this is like basically a WoW version of the RuneScape like polling system, and just fully fleshed out.
Chinese for them as well. They're gonna be playing this too, and their voice should be heard.
你们这群党鬼没尝过资本主义的铁拳吗？还有那个运营反馈速度 ，Look my eyes， 多向雷火学习。
Because let's face it, Classic WoW isn't Blizzard's game anymore. It's ours.
True. I wish Blizzard just gave rights away to someone to make Classic Plus. Yeah, actually true.
So let's act like it. Strap in.
Give it to Guang Guang.
We're about to find out what Classic Plus really means.
What?
Welcome to the Classic Plus project.
Haven't we done this before?
Oh.
Huh? Me not that kind of orc. What?
It is cool. Uldum. Hyjal. Man. Gilneas, I think? Is that... No, is that... Okay, listen, I don't know about that one. Okay, listen, for me, I don't know about that one. Personally, but, you know... I don't mind that. I'm probably in the minority with that. Damn! Gilneas. There's Gilneas. Okay. Okay, dude.
I don't think so.
I did not expect it to be this much. I was under the impression that it was gonna be just a survey. Because Jordy actually messaged me about this a while ago. He sent me a message about the whole thing and like just him doing a survey. This is crazy. You could even say I was not prepared. Wow, this... I mean, this could spark like an actual Classic Plus movement with like lots of great information and lots of like feedback on everything. I think that's insane. Holy shit! I don't think they should add new classes. They should. I don't think they should change existing Classic. They should add new ones. Do Necromancer or Bard. I feel like that's something you could do down the road with Classic Plus personally. But I mean, listen. For me, Horde Shamans needs to be on Horde. Paladins is Alliance. Okay, I like that kind of faction imbalance. I think that's kind of like that's like Classic to me. But I mean, we'll go over the survey, chat. We'll like holy smokes, dude. It is. I mean, I know we have had nothing actual concrete from Blizzard yet, but honestly, this is what Classic needs. It needs like a community movement where people voice their opinions, vote on stuff, and discuss things. Because that's what like made like OSRS so great. That's the community is what builds it, you know? Because we're the players. We're the ones that play the game. You know? That's insane. I'll link the video here, chat, if you want to check it out. That is absolutely insane. Hey there, thanks for taking the time to do our Classic Plus survey. We think this will be a great place to get the community's initial thoughts on the features and ideas you all been discussing. We'll be asking you questions in 4 sections. 1, demographics and server game settings. 2, in-game settings. And 3, the world, and 4, the player. Most discussed questions are optional. Okay. Which faction do you usually play? I mean, to be fair, I switch. I'm normally a horde guy, but I switch. You know, I do switch. Personally, I like hop back and forth, but at heart, I'm a horde player. Okay? Which race would you consider your main? Feel free to pick multiple. Orc and Dwarf. That's my... On Alliance, I'm a Dwarf. On Horde, I'm an Orc. That's like mine, I think. If I were to choose, like... one race on each, I would do those 2. That's the ones I like. What class do you consider your main? Feel free to pick multiple. Shaman, Warrior, and Rogue. Those are my mains, I think. I would say that. When the fuck do you play Dwarf? You have no idea about my history, do you? This guy has no idea. I used to main Dwarf, dude. I was literally a pure Dwarf main. Back when dude, I was just only Dwarf. That's it. Dude, my Twitch profile picture used to be a dwarf with sunglasses. I was... that's what I was, dude. This guy picked Shaman as one of his mains. Fine, Rogue Warrior. This is just the 3 I like playing. Okay, Rogue and Warrior is my mains. That's what I like. Yeah, how old am I? You know what? I appreciate that they put it 26 to 30. Because, you know, whatever, dude. Okay, how often do you play WoW each... Oh. $10 hours a week. I play WoW a lot. I mean, do I play 40 hours a week? If I'm being honest, do I? I don't know. I think, genuinely, I think I play 20 hours more. I don't know if, do I do 40 hours a week? Do I? 6, 12, 18, 24, 32. I think I play around like maybe 30, 40 hours. I play a lot of WoW? I think I play around 30. So like, I'm in between these, man. Yeah. Dude, you play a lot. Okay, dude, God. I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty chill approach to the game.
Let's keep the Classic Plus hyper thing.
Yo, what's up, Andwins? I think this is more accurate because I don't think I do 40 plus hours. You know? I don't know if I do 40 plus. Every addict thinks they could quit whenever they want to. I can quit whenever I want to, no doubt. It's because you don't work 40 hours at workplace. Your workplace is in the game already. Fine, I'll do 40 plus, whatever. I play a lot. I mean, I play a lot of WoW. What is your experience with the various iterations of Vanilla WoW Classic? Check all that apply. Okay, I played Vanilla. I played private servers. I played Season of Mastery. I played Classic Anniversary. I played Relaunch. I played Season of Discovery. Yeah, I played a lot. Okay, great. Alright. What role do you usually play? I usually play DPS. I mean, I do various, but like, I'm a DPS guy, right? Let's be honest. That's what I mainly do. Let's be honest here. What regions do you play from? EU. I guess occasionally NA, but like EU. I'm EU. Which of the following labels describe you? Choose as many as you feel accurate. I mean, I'm a leveler. I'm not an auction house gamer. I freaking hate the auction house. Transmog hunter, completionist, hardcore raider. I don't know if I'm I mean, the thing is, I used to be a hardcore raider, but like nowadays I'm a lot more casual. Like, I just chill with it. And I used to do a lot more PvP stuff, but I don't really do it. I think I'm a bit of an unk, man. I'm more of like a fun gamer these days. I really am. When it comes to WoW, I'm a fun gamer, dude. I just want to have fun. I want to level and just chill raid with the people, the community, and have fun. But back in the day, if the Guzu like 6-7 years ago would be this, it would be that, and this one. It would be these 4. But nowadays, dude, I'm these 2. Yeah. How likely are you to play Classic Plus? I'm extremely skeptical of the project, so depend on. I mean, I will play. Let's be fucking honest. Okay, like if they do a Classic Plus, I'll definitely play. But I am skeptical. I wish I could pick this one, but I will play no matter what, because I want to see what it is. But I am skeptical, but I'll say I can't wait to log in, because that's... Maybe this one. Maybe that one, because it depends on the quality, because I will play for sure. But who knows how long, right? That's how it was with SOD. I really like SOD, but I stopped playing because I just lost interest. Would you play a box fee for Classic Plus? If I would pay a box... Dude, there's no way they... Bro. The thing is... Some people may say, like, oh, why would they have this in a... This is good. It's good that they're having these surveys, because even though some of the things are very outlandish to ask, you need to ask. You know? If it's enough of a new game... I mean, I know people would. I mean, would I as well? This is such a weird for me, because I'm a streamer. So obviously, I would... I mean, dude, it's a tax write-off, dude. Easy clap. But, like, I would not want to. I would definitely complain, like, fuck. Like, I would complain a lot if they made one. I would probably still buy it. Maybe that's something to... Maybe I'm just a freaking sheep. But... It depends on what is shown and promised. I think I'm gonna say that. It really depends. But I would prefer not. For sure. Because we're already paying a subscription, right? You need more perspectives. I think that some of the ideas in here are completely stupid, but you need clash of thoughts here. It depends. Answer it honestly. It's so weird, because, like, I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. So, like... For me, paying the price for like a big thing would not matter as much, because it's my job, right? Like, I mean, shit, I'm frick. But I don't think it would be great if they came out with a $60 plus like Classic Plus box price. That would be horrible. That would be absolutely horrible. I think. It needs to be free. I feel like it needs to be free as well. Dude, I would pay for Classic Plus, and I'm not a streamer. Yeah, but I'm just talking, like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stand by, it really depends on what is shown. If they're really cooking a lot and it's a big project and it's a lot of stuff, I wouldn't mind paying for it, but it depends. I'm gonna say it depends. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you feel about Classic Plus if they changed how the game looked via Unreal Engine, lighting? I don't think they need to change the look of the game. Turtle WoW tried this, and there's a reason why they stopped it. I would not be really hyped about that. Yeah. Modern WoW models? No. Touch the models and I quit. I think this. I mean, I wouldn't quit. I like how this is still like, okay, you can tell this is made by classic Andes, because even here they say old models. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought it said new. I thought it said new, dude. My bad. Okay, guys, well, it is what it is. I think you know what it is. I think I read what I wanted to read. I read what I wanted to read. Okay, I'm gonna say 3, because as long as there's a toggle, it wouldn't bother me, but still, right? I think like around here. And honestly, I'm neutral. As long as I could play with the old models, it would be fine. But I'm gonna say a little bit towards no, right? WoW, modern WoW animations. I think some of the new modern WoW animations are good, but don't think they're bad. I mean, I'm leaning towards classic, but maybe some of them could be kind of cool. I don't know. I think... No, I mean... I'm gonna put both in 3. Imagine they change the crit sounds. Oh my god, you oh, fuck that. Okay, actually, you just made me... Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, you know what? That's true, that's true. You know what that made me think of right there? It made me think of the freaking eviscerate that Rogues has, and like the Rogue like animations and sounds. That's a sound, not an animation. I feel like those kind of goes together a bit though. Spell effects. Oh, it doesn't. It's right here. No, thank you. And I'm gonna go there. How about that? That's good. Actually, there. These 2 on 3 with the animations and then the spell effects, keep that classic. Because the classic spell effects have like an oomph. They have an oomph, right? And I like a good oomph. You know what I mean? So that's it. They shouldn't touch the base game, just add to it. I agree, honey. Modern WoW UI. Player frames and target frames, auction bars, nameplates, etc. A UI thing. I mean... I honestly don't really hate the modern UI that much. And it's kind of like a thing that people do anyway when it comes to like add-ons. They just use add-ons for that shit. But I don't really care either way, because I just use the standard UI. I don't mind the standard UI in modern. I don't mind it in classic. I think if they add it, just add a toggle mode. I'm kind of neutral, honestly. Yeah, I'm a bit neutral on that. Like, I don't mind either way. For me, it's fine. I think both are okay. The server is very long. Okay. How long are we gonna be doing it? I mean, listen, I don't mind, chat. I don't mind just yapping about Classic Plus a bit here, but yeah. Hold, what's up? Yeah, in the middle. I'm in the middle there. I'm in the middle. Honestly, the more I look at this, I'm gonna put this on too. Yeah. What is it? I'm waiting, Mordil? What if they made the game free and then they made cosmetic add-ons that they could sell? No, that might be a slippery slope. That's a scary rabbit hole to go down, I think. No, I think that's a scary rabbit hole. Yeah. How would you like Blizzard to handle the server rollout? Many servers at launch, some PvP, some PvE, a couple RP like Vanilla Classic launched. A condensed server list at start with consolidation happening over time. One Omega PvP server with faction balance enforced and one Mega PvE server with no faction balance enforcement. Only one Mega server PvP that lets players opt in and opt out from PvP, zones, towns, war mode. In an ideal world, it's like Mega, right? But I don't think it should be one Mega server, because let's be honest, that's not fucking feasible. You would have like 100 layers. So you just have like a 1 billion like servers within one server. This is great because, oh, Nostalrius was so amazing. You know, it was like one big server. Yeah, but this is a lot bigger than just Nostalrius. This would be hundreds of thousands of players in one server. That's just not possible. You know? World hopping like RuneScape? I don't think that would work in WoW. I don't know if that would work. I'm not sure if it could. Condensed server like in SOD. I like the war mode approach. But you couldn't do a Mega server. The thing is, this is already war mode. Layers are pretty much world hopping? Kinda, yeah. Many servers at launch, some PvP, some PvE, a couple RP, like vanilla. I'm leaning towards this. I don't think war mode is bad, but war mode is kinda just a PvE server. Just slash PvP, you got PvP on. Slash PvP again, 5 minutes out of combat, you out of PvP. Condensed server list like in SOD with consolidation happening over time. So like this is like they do like 10 servers in the beginning, and then as the servers kind of like dwindle out a bit, then they consolidate them a little bit. You can't toggle one mode outside of the capital city. I know, that's the main difference, right? That's just mega servers with extra steps. I don't think one mega server and one mega PvE server could work, because there would just be too many people. I do think having PvP server and having PvE server is good. Because then if you're on a PvE server, you can toggle your PvP if you want, and you don't, and then on a PvP, it's just PvP. You know? So maybe I would say make like the... I wish I could add a comment. But like make this, but like just a lot of... like I would rather have a few big servers than like a lot of dead ones. It sucks not being able to play with friends because they're on a different server. That's fair. I don't know. I'm gonna say this one, but it's hard. I don't mind the vanilla one as well, but just make the servers bigger, right? Why not layers? They're basically just servers of their own. 15 layers on one server versus 15 servers with 3 layers, but dead servers later on. I mean, mega servers, I don't know. Like, big PvP servers, big PvE servers. That's what I think. I'm gonna... Oh my god, we're barely through this. How would you feel Classic Plus had an element of seasonal servers resetting every couple of years? No. That's not really like an MMO then anymore, is it? It's just that we're just playing a... I don't know. I don't think it should reset it. I don't know. How do you feel about layers in Classic Plus? I mean, they're fine. I mean, they're a means to an end. I don't know. It works, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how else you would like kind of deal with servers being that fucking big. Like, how else would you work with it? Fuck layers? But there has to be another thing to solve that then. And what's that thing? They have to put layers, man. You will not be able to level. Bro, I've been leveling in CBC the past like 2 weeks. It's... Dude, the world is so filled with people. It is insane. There has to be a solution. For the people saying no layers, like, okay, what then? What should we do then? Remove the layers, make a shit ton load of small servers, and make everybody have to reselect their server every 2 weeks. That sounds horrible. Yeah, layering makes the game feel dead. Server population cap. What if there was multiple servers, but you could just hop like in RuneScape? That's just layers? I mean, I guess you could like hop to like... Okay, you see like a low pop server. You're like, oh, let's hop to the low pop server maybe, or whatever, but... That's like a... I feel like that would be like more advanced layers.
28 months subbed, what the heck?
I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, oh shit, guys, like, let's do like a guild event. Let's hop on the PvP server and do like a massive guild event there, or like... You could already do that, it just requires add-ons to layer hub. I honestly don't think it's a bad idea. No server community then? That's true, it does kill the server community in that way. It could work. Fuck, I don't know, man. Oh god, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown going through this survey today. I wish we could add comments, but yeah. Guilds won't work like that. It's not like the game is a thing where you can select which one you want to go to. Yeah.
Classic plus hype.
Yo, Nils Ventura, thank you for the 35 months. Final Fantasy has server hops and it works just fine. I feel like if they implement server hopping well, it could actually work. Because yeah, Final Fantasy does it, RuneScape does it, and it works really good. You hop on the realm that you want to go to and then do that, right? But it would obviously kill the server community feel. That's true. I wish we could put something else. That doesn't exist anymore. That is true as well. It is less of a thing. I wish you could put another thing here, because, okay, I'm gonna just say no layers, because I feel like there's fixes to it. But there needs to be something. If there's not layers, there needs to be something else to replace it. Whether it's realm hopping or something else. I'm gonna say this, but let's move on. In-game systems. Holy crap, we are in for a yap today, guys. We are in for a yap.
Can't wait to play Classic Plus in 15 years.
Woo! You can choose no opinion, but I have an opinion! It's not stated there! Kulpo, thank you for the 10 months. Alright, let's just have fun talking Classic Plus, guys. Fuck it. Let's have fun, man. What is my title? Classic Plus talk. Yeah, let's do it. Let's yap. Should the size of raids be reduced from 40? No, keep raids at 40, reduce required raid size, but implement flex rating. I actually, I don't know. So the 40-man raiding in Classic WoW is really cool, it's really fun, it is epic. But 20-man raids is just so much better. I think 20-man raids is perfect. It's not small enough to where you do feel like you're doing a dungeon, but it's not that big where it's horrible to organize. I think having 5-man dungeon content, then having some small 10-man raids like UPRS or whatever, and then having the main big raids be 20-mans. I think that's pretty good. So it was perfect. You could bring extras if you wanted. That's like flex rating, right? Reduce the requires raid size to 20 and allow me to bring more if I want. Yeah. That's good. I think having a soft, okay, the raid is scaled to 20 man. If you want to bring more, the raid scales. I don't know. I kind of think that's not bad. Oh, it doesn't scale. Oh, wait, in SOD, so in SOD, it would just stay to 20 man, but you could bring more. Oh. I would say... I feel like this is a good option. Like, in my brain, what I'm saying, like 20 man's raid, and then it would scale up if you bring more. Because then you can bring more people if you want, but... 10-man raiding has been the most fun for me, but 20 would be a step in the right direction. Imagine if you could scale them to 5, but it's actually hard. There'll be some crazy challenges you could have. I do think scaling the raid in some capacity is good. Maybe having a base layer of like, this is the base difficulty, and then you can bring more if you want, right? I will say though, Mordial, I do think 5-man content is some of the most fun. So if there were to be a Classic Plus, I would freaking love to see them do more interesting 5-man content. Should Dungeon Finder be implemented? Only to group you, it's up to you to get travel to the dungeon. This is like a queuing system, right? Because I like the system that they have right now in TPC, where you can say, okay, I want to do dead mines. You go, okay, dead mines, and then you can see people listed. It's like a bulletin board. Yeah, that's true. But I don't want it to be automatic. I want it to be, you search for people and you have to talk to people. You know, you can be like, okay, dead mines, I'm a DPS, you queue it up, and then you do it like that. Do it like it's in Modern WoW by auto-grouping and teleporting. No, I don't want that. Put everybody back in trade chat like vanilla. No, only to group you. Yeah, but this has to be non-automatic. Like, you have to actually message people or, like, invite them yourself. That's what I mean with this one. Should summoning stones outside of dungeons and raids be implemented? I don't know. I kind of like that you have to run there and you have to, like, the warlocks have, like, a point. But would I hate that if they added this? I wouldn't really hate it. It wouldn't make, like, when I'm thinking of some of these, like, would it make me, like, be pissed off? It's better now in pre-patch, it's not even close. Maybe just have it be there, and you have to have 3 people there to summon. Can you zoom in a little bit? It's hard to read on monitors. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit. You wouldn't hate it because you would be the one getting summoned. Hey, I'm pretty good at running there. Your summoning stuff. I feel like it's fine if you have to, like, get 3 people there, like a warlock summon. First time you run, but then you have to access the summoning stones. Like, you would have to unlock the summon. I don't like how it takes away the utility of warlocks. Like a flight path. So, like, you have to do a dungeon quest to get the summoning. I actually think that's kind of cool. So, like, let's say you want to unlock the summoning stone for BRD. Or, like, for, let's say, Sunken Temple. Then you go do a Sunken Temple run, and at the end, you unlock some sort of stone that can then make you summon people if you want to do more. That's kind of cool, like a summon stone attunement, but nothing crazy. Just like you go in and then there's like some stone, maybe there's like some rock at the end of the dungeon that you can like pick up and then you can summon people or whatever, right? That's not an option here, but I'm gonna say yes because I do think summon stones can be good if done well. That could be kind of cool actually. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I like that. Should there be heroic dungeons? Oh, this really depends on how they implement them. I think 5-man content that's good is interesting, but do they need to make it heroic? I don't know. I just think there needs to be like fun 5-man content. You know, I don't know. I'm either like maybe or no, but because it depends, right? I think it would be cool if there was a tiny challenge mode, beat final boss without being hit with fire or something. Yeah, like a challenge thing or whatever. You know what his status spot is? We are going through all these, getting our hopes up, but I won't matter because Blizzard already has a build and I don't care to listen. I know. Yeah, I know. I actually had a talk with Morty a little bit about this. Well, like I've talked about this so much with you guys. It's just because I'm passionate about the game, but god damn it, man. It does feel like you're screaming into a wall sometimes, but I still think it's fun, if anything, to talk with you guys, you know? Heroic should be like a mob challenge mode. I'm gonna say it depends on how they implement it. Because I do think 5-man content that's challenging and fun is really good. Does it need to be Mythic Plus or something? No, of course not. But like, just some, like, dungeons are fun, man. And give people more reasons to do dungeons. Because they are fun. They're really good content. I don't know how, but give people reasons to do dungeons. Because I think dungeons are great. Some of my favorite content in the game is doing dungeons. Should there be a rated PvE in Classic, Mythic Plus, Mage Tower, Prestige levels, level 30 rating, leaderboards? I don't think rated content. I don't think you need to do that. But I do think having challenging content at level 60, like the Mage Tower, could be good. But not like... This is worded like rated PvE. No, I don't think like you're farming rating. I don't think there should be that. But there should be like fun content to do, you know? Like something like the Mage Tower would be great, but nothing rated. Classic plus Mage Tower where you fight Warcraft 3 with 7 heroes. Yeah, something like that could be cool, but not rated stuff. Solo challenges, right? Should be rated PvP in Classic. I don't think there needs to be rated PvP personally. I don't know. Do you guys think so? The problem with fun content is how will you reward people? It should have to be pretty cosmetic. I think it would have to be purely cosmetic for the most part. Because if not, then you would reach a slippery slope. I would say, yeah, I agree, White Wolves. If we say no to this one, we say no to this one. Do arenas you have to, or PvP will be dead? I don't necessarily agree. Arenas for arena people. I'm gonna say this for myself. I don't think it needs it. Would they need to like implement new PvP content? Yeah, eventually, but I don't know if it needs to be rated content. For me, this is, you know, why not rated PvP? If you're not a PvPer, don't do it. Well, okay, well, if you're not a PvEer, let's add a bunch of mythic stuff then, right? And then you can say that, like, oh, okay, anything that I don't really care about, I won't add it, you know? That's like a... You can apply the same thing to PvE. If there's no mythic plus, then people will also quit in the long term. Yeah, exactly. What they need is dual areas. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like, maybe like a dual area, like, did you guys ever play on Henhouse? That was fun. Maybe I'm talking into the maybe not a lot of people know what I'm talking about now, but there was a private server called Henhouse, which was like a battleground PvP like arena, not arena, but like dueling 1v1 server. It was pretty cool. I get it, but maybe like raids and time limits, hard modes for more loot for PvE. I don't know. PvP and PvE both needs longevity, and leaderboards do that. I don't think leaderboards are the only way to keep people interested. It is a very easy way of doing it because number go up, right? So that it's true. It's I feel like there's other ways of making interesting content that's like, oh, like arena, right? I'm gonna say no for now. It depends. They should add some kind of Mr. Pandaria speedrun leaderboard to dungeons so people can have fun and be competitive. Maybe some sort of a leaderboard, but I don't know. Depends, man. It depends, dude. Dude, these conversations are so... It's actually hard, because I feel like a lot of the answers are like, they're more complex than just yes, no, a bit. Then pick, I won't do it, but it's fine. No, because I think it depends, bro. It really depends. Should AoE looting be implemented? I kind of like looting single mobs. Am I weird, chat? Like, fuck. I kind of like looting all the mobs, man. Like, shit, I kill a bunch of mobs. I kind of like I'm gonna say no, personally. You know, I like it. What features of world buffs would you like to see in Classic Plus? Oh, world buffs! Oh my god! Ugh. None. World buffs are such a controversial topic because they are a big part of what Classic has become at this point. You know? World buffs only for open world. That's actually an interesting point. Because you could still use them for leveling and like getting a full world buffed character and then just going crazy in the open world. But you won't have to deal with the oh, I lost all my world buffs in the raid and now I'm fucking depressed because now I can't do anything for the whole raid today. Now you have world buff. They were cool when they weren't spammed every minute, but now you have world buffs all the time. It's because of min-max culture. Ampy had a really good take. World buffs for everything except the newest raid tier. I'm actually leaning towards this. Like now, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like leaning towards this. Like just have the world buffs be for the open world. And like if you do instance content, they won't work. Because that way you can still get your world buffs. You can go on and do PvP with the well buffs and get fully cracked. You can do the leveling with them, you can do all that stuff. But it just won't affect your raiding content. Because I think a lot of people genuinely have a lot of, like, distaste toward it because of the raid stuff. If you have to balance the raids around world buffs, it's cooked. I agree, because world buffs makes your character essentially like 2-3 times as strong as they're supposed to be. They should be non-dispellable then. I think maybe like they don't belong in raids and then give people chrono boons. I kind of like that. Personally, I think that's actually quite good. Sod did it perfectly. Well, in Sod, didn't they just become like a consumable? So then it's like, oh, well, now the world buffs are just a consumable. You know, that's just, oh, wow, you know. I think world buffs make raids more fun. Keep world buffs, but just make the raids harder. It's infinitely more fun to play with the world buffs. I mean, I agree, if you're a warrior and you have world buffs, it's a lot more fun to play a warrior, but that's just because you're so used to, like, having that approach to it, right? I don't know. Guys, for me personally, this is what I think would be good. World buffs don't belong in raids and have a chrono boon. Honestly, for me, that's what I think. Have people enjoy world buffs in the open world. You know, and then when you're raiding, the music makes it seem so doomer. It actually does. Alright, how would you feel if Classic Plus trimmed the capabilities of add-ons and weak auras? Do it like this. Oh shit, this song is crazy. Hold on. What if I do, Alright, I'll do this. I got this. Would be happy to see them... Okay, happy to see them go... How do you feel if Classic trimmed the capabilities, add-ons, and weak auras? Just let me keep my auto combat quality of live add-ons. I prefer my add-ons and weak auras. Keep all, ban damage meter. I fucking love the damage meter. Dude, if there's no damage meter, and I mean this genuinely, my fun will actually diminish so fucking hard if I don't have a damage meter. I genuinely enjoy the damage meter so much. It is so unhealthy, but I fucking love it. I love looking at the damage meter and popping off, or just seeing how good I do. It's so fun. Okay. It's a dopamine meter. Keep my out of combat. I mean, if they trimmed the capabilities. I want to play Classic Plus Rigoros. I don't really, like, to be honest, I don't really use a lot of add-ons personally. So this wouldn't, like, affect me a lot. I use Atlas Loot, Damage Meter, Leatrix Plus to remove my Griffins. I don't really use a lot of add-ons. Questy. But I mean, Questy, you could just have work in-game. They can do that. DPM. Bro, I actually raided for a very long time without having DPM in Classic, because the raids are so fucking easy. You don't really need DPM in Classic. Yeah, quality of life. Just let me keep my auto combat quality of life. But if I say this one, if they take my damage meter, they take my soul. Okay? If DPM is not so experienced, players will ruin the pulse. Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna say this. Should mount level requirement be lowered? No? Work for your mount, bro. It's a big milestone. Work for it. Yeah, work for that mount. Takes a while to get. It feels good when you get it. Should flying mount? No. This just makes the world feel so much smaller. Should guild banks be implemented? Honestly, yes. It sucks being a guild and having to make bank characters as a guild bank. Just give people a guild bank. Like, just give them, it's so much easier. Should Classic Plus have achievements? There's actually a lot of fun content to be had with achievements. I think people asked earlier about, like, oh, what's my purpose to play? Achievements give people a lot of reason to play. It could be, okay, dungeon content. There could be achievements to do dungeons in certain ways. To know, and then if you did, like, I don't know, you become the dungeon master achievement, and you do all the cool achievements, you get a title or a mount or something. So something cosmetic. I think that's fun content. It depends on how they would do this, right? It depends, because you don't want to gatekeep, obviously, but I think it's fun. I think it could be fun. Flying mounts, but it needs to time rest. You can summon whenever, but it flies slower at night, and it rains in bad weather. Holy... I don't know, I think flying mounts makes it so much harder to do a lot of things, and it also makes the world feel a lot smaller in many ways. Flying mount, but it needs time to rest. You can't just summon it whenever, and it flies slower at night, and in rain it cause bad weather. I'm really anti-flying mount. I think that would make some things harder, I think. Only the initial TBC speed, and you have to pay to unlock in each zone. 10% flying speed, like a... you have like a little bit. No, I think ground mounts are the way. If I were to be excited in any way about another version of a mount, it would be swim mounts, but... I'm gonna say no. Should reputations be streamlined, easier to level? I don't think so. I think reputations are in a good spot. They matter, they're hard to level. They're good. If anything, they could probably expand on professions and like maybe do new ones or make others like kinda more like make new ones that's valuable as well, or like work on them. I think it's pretty good. Is there an option to vote for Blizzard not to make it? Come on, Moriel. How do you feel about adding transmog? No. Transmog bad. I don't think it should be added to Classic Plus. I think in retail WoW, it's fine. It's a big part of the content. But I still like that you can look at someone in Classic WoW and you can see their gear and where are they in their progression. I like that. Does it matter in retail? No. Because retail is different. But I like this. I like that you can see someone and they're like, oh shit, they got this gear on, they're that, right? They have swimwear now, yeah. And if you want people to transmog stuff, just make cosmetic gear that you can wear. You want to look like a farmer? Wear the farmer gear. You know, whatever. Should have separated collection inventory implemented. Toy mounts. I quite like that, actually. Having some tab. Here's all your mounts. There's your pets. I actually think that's fine. It freaking sucks having your pets and your mounts in your bags. It's a quality of life. Sure. Should Classic Plus allow GDKPs? Oh, here we go. I don't think so. I see Chris Potter in the chat saying yes. I don't think it should be there. I know there's some like communities and some streamers that are like actually really annoyed that there are no GDKPs because it's the main content, it's like how they played the game, but I think it does more bad to the game than good. You know? I think so. We don't want reason to people to buy gold because these streamers are buying gold. It's their content, right? I mean, it is what it is. They should just crack down on gold sellers and bots, but allow GDKPs. If there are GDKPs, there will be a massive reason to buy gold. Is that the biggest is that like the only reason why people buy gold? Of course not. But it's a big reason. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard. What's the biggest lie? There are way more gold buyers now than when GDKPs was allowed. I think there's just always a lot of gold buyers, but you are a little bit delusional if you think that GDKPs do not, like, what is it called? Fuck. I can't freaking find the word. Contribute. If you think GDKPs do not contribute and encourage people to buy gold, that's a bit delusional. Is it the main reason? Is the only reason? Of course not. No, it's not. There's a lot of reasons for it, but it's a big part of it. It's the lesser evil. So what's the greater evil then? The players, bots, me. People buying playing that content. I mean, obviously, if people didn't buy gold, then there would be no gold sellers. But I do think GDKPs are a massive contributor to it. It is. Streamer's opinion on Classic Plus is evil? What do you mean evil? We're just having a conversation. GDKPs for people scared to buy gold themselves and getting from gold bars. I think for I think GDKPs for a lot of people were just like a fast, easy way of like going in, spamming through the dungeon, and then like getting money for it, and then, you know, it's a fast way of playing the game, I guess, which a lot of people are probably missing, but I still think it does a lot worse to the game than good. Greater evil is that current state of GDKP rule is on anniversary. People are forced to buy gold in order to simply buy consumables. Also has led to more people quitting because raiding is not sustainable due to high prices. And now everybody can spend hours on end to farm gold. Well, I think the servers has been fucked for a while because of the big influx of everything. I don't know. I don't know the solution to gold buying and stuff. I mean, maybe having some GMs actually sorting it, like genuinely trying to rile down on the bots, but I personally don't think GDKPs are great for the game. Has anything about mage boosting been brought up? We talked about that a bunch yesterday, but yeah. Isn't high prices the result of gold inflation due to bots and GDKPs though? It's a part of it too. Allow GDKPs and bring back moderation. The thing about GDKPs is that they function well if people just don't buy gold, but it's an issue that, like, if people have the ability to buy gold, they will do it. So in an enclosed environment where everybody is, you know, not buying gold and everything is good, it's actually a pretty cool system, you know? But it's so difficult to get that to work. Because there's no moderation, there's no GMs, it's just rampant, right? So yeah, in a perfect world, GDKPs would be great. Yeah. I think there's so many of these topics I want to talk about for a while, guys, but we gotta, like, move on a little bit. You know, we gotta also move on a little bit. Man. Next, yeah. Should the level cap be increased? I don't think so. I think if they were to do a level cap increase, it would have to be way down the line, but I don't think it needs to. I just focus on fleshing out the content in the world, the dungeons and the... One sec, bro. Dungeons and the new zones and questing and, like, you know, make new raids and stuff like that, instead of, like, doing more and more and more. This one is gonna be a big question for a lot. I mean, I don't know. The GDKP stuff... You look at biz stuff alert when you react because I can't cut them out. Yeah, I might have to pause alerts a bit because it's just like so... it's so like off topic right now. It's just like, yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say this for now. Next. The world. Section 3, the world. Should Classic Plus have zones, have new zones? Yes, but I think expanding on the zones, I mean, I think yes. But take the zones that make sense. Oh, there's the next one. Oh, if yes, where in Azeroth or beyond will be okay? Anywhere in Azeroth? I think on the main continents. They should add some new islands. I mean, honestly, like some sort of like a new island on the side of like Stranglethorn with some pirates or some shit could be cool, or I don't know, something like that, Gilneas, whatever, like that could be cool. Like, have it make sense. What about adding Northrend though? I think having it be the 2 continents and then have like some sort of like side islands next to them or whatever, I think that's good. That's how I see it. Just have it be on the 2 continents and expand upon the things that would make sense in the vanilla world. Stuff that we've like wondered what would be, or things like that. What about a frozen island in the north? Shut up. As long as there's fishing dailies, I'm gonna play Classic Plus. Jupitala, thank you for the 129. Should new content be added for leveling? Quests, low-level zones, and dungeons? Yes, of course. Huge yes. I mean, this would be great, dude. This would be freaking amazing. Yeah. Make new quest chains. Like, maybe there's something with 1,000 Needles and the Torrent down there. Or maybe there's the Furbolgs in Ashara. Perhaps we could expand upon, like, a Naga camp somewhere that we've discovered. Or maybe there's, like, some pirates in Stranglethorn Vale. Perhaps the Worgen in Gilneas is there's a quest chain with those leading into that place, right? Yeah. Could be cool. Should leveling be sped up? No. I think the leveling is good. It's a good pace. But maybe add something more to the leveling experience. Maybe some new quests, chains. Or maybe like a new dungeon that you can do at a lower level. Or something like that. But don't speed it up. Mordial says, there are many awkward spots in leveling where you're too low for something but too high for another thing. Yeah, there are some levels where there could be something there, right? You all know, like, mid-late 50s, there's a really weird spot where you kind of grind. Like, there's also somewhere, like, in your 30s where you're like, I don't really know where. I'm too low level for this zone. I'm too high level for that zone. There could be something there. A very notorious place is, like, is it like mid-40s, early mid-40s, where like you're kind of just forced to grind Nagas in Feral Ass, and you're grinding like 2 levels. Just add something for that level where something happens. It could be more quests in Ashara or something like that, right? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm yapping. More class-specific quests. I think, yeah. Fuck it. Give rogues like another stealth mission. Like they have, like, where they go into that little area in Hillsprad, or, you know? Yeah, why not? That's awesome. More class RP. That's sick. Love that. That'd be cool. Should there be more epic quest lines? Yeah. That could be cool. More like big quests to do. That's content. That's fun. Which of the following best describes how do you like to see changes in Classic Plus to all raids? I prefer the old raids how they were. Tune them to need the player power. Keep the spirit of the original raid. Add more complex, difficult mechanics. Do all the above and new bosses and areas within them. I'm like in between these two here. Like 1 or 3, 2 or 4, option 4. Add more complex, difficult mechanics to seasonal. No, because I disliked a lot of the things that they did with that. So it's like, I don't know if I trust them to do that. I don't know. But some of it was really good, but some of it was really bad. Classic raids were honestly way too easy for the current player base. Do all of the above plus add new bosses and areas within them. Add a heroic mode and leave the easy difficulty. I don't think you should add like difficult, like normal, heroic, mythic. I don't know about that. Scarlet Enclave was fire. Yeah, but that's a new raid. That's not an existing raid. You know? I don't think they should add difficulties. Like oh, let's do hard mode of this or like whatever, right? Keep the old raids as they are and expand on them and make them harder and focus on new content. I think so too. Like I'm leaning towards this one. And then if they add something new, then do it like that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like this because all of the above implicates that I want this too, right? So, I mean, keep the spirit, but like tune it up and maybe add like something new as well. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Should there be new raids? Yes, but only stuff that already existed in the original Azeroth. Propose raids that already exist in the world plus create new... Yeah, dude, fuck it. That's content. This is the content, dude. Like new raids in the world that would make sense. The Scarlet Enclave had a lot of positive feedback. I didn't, unfortunately, play it myself. But, yeah. Good stuff. The player. Section 4. The player. Should Classic Plus have new playable races? And if so, which of the following categories should be acceptable? Check all that apply. Any races from future WoW expansions? I don't think there's I don't know. New playable races that already exist in Azeroth. Complete any races never seen in Azeroth. I'ma be real. It could be cool to see new races, but I don't think it's something that they would need to work on for a while. There's so many more important things to do than, oh, let's add ogres. Would it be interesting? Yeah, like I would like to make High Elf High Elf could make sense. Goblin could make sense. Ogre to a certain degree could. But I feel like that would be a while in the future, guys. For now, I would say this. Because I would much rather have them work on quests and dungeons and raids and fleshing out that content rather than, oh, here has... Because it feels like a bit like... hard disagree. I don't know. You want it, but you don't want it? I think it would be too much just in the beginning to like go crazy with it like that. For me, honestly, for me, this is a minor thing. Like, having a new race wouldn't make me like, oh, new race, you know, I'll be much more hyped for new quests, new dungeons, new raids, stuff like that. I wouldn't be like, oh, well, new race, now I'm Classic Plus, right? I don't know. New race means new starter zone as well. It would be cool, but it would be down the road, down the line for me. But new race doesn't mean there won't be add new quests because of that. Totally different things, yeah. I'm gonna say this. Oh, you can say multiple. I'm gonna say this because I don't want them in the beginning, but that one because if they add new races, make them make sense. You know, I'm gonna keep it a stack chat. I don't know if I would want to see like freaking Tuskar and like shit like that. You know, like maybe make like goblins or like high elves or something that kind of makes sense. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you start going down that route, it becomes like so custom, like so way too much. Nobody plays goblin. I think goblins are cool. Draenei makes plenty of sense. People want Classic Plus but doesn't want any changes. I think if you think I don't want any changes, I don't think you've been listening at all to what I've been talking about the whole day today. I want a shit ton of stuff added, but I think it's about keeping the spirit of the game still. Yeah, Draenei doesn't make sense because in this timeline we wouldn't do TBC. Yeah. Yeah. The Naga makes sense. I don't know if I would want a playable Naga. I don't know, dude. Nah, I don't know. Regardless, yes, it would be cool to have some new races, but make them kind of fit in well. You know? Give us Tinkerer. Imagine a Goblin Tinkerer. Holy. What the heck is this YouTube intro music? Should Classic Plus have new classes? Again, dude, this would be cool, but if they did this, it would be years from now. Like, way down the line. Way down the line, dude. You know? The classes are good as they are. Only add paladins and shaman on both sides. I don't think Alliance should have shamans in there. I kind of like that there's a difference between Horde and Alliance, personally. Yeah, I'm probably in the big minority with that, and I get that. I probably am. But I kind of like that there's a choice between Horde and Alliance, between a class that's specific. I like that. I'm inclined to say this because it would be cool if they do something like that, like a necromancer or a tinkerer, to have that, but that would be in so many years from now. That would be way down the line, dude. Like, I'm saying this, but 5-10 like years from now. You can't balance factions if there will be different classes. I think it's fine that it's a bit unbalanced. I feel like overall, Alliance and Horde is pretty balanced. Is it fully? No, of course not, but still. I don't know. I'm gonna say I would... I would love this, but like years from now. Is that weird or what? Like I feel like that's what I'm thinking. This would not at all be something that I would want to see them work on in the beginning. I wouldn't want them to announce Classic Plus and be like new class. That would be weird to me, but years from now would be cool. It's a low priority. Shaman was the little balance we had as Horde. Years from now, it'll still be on the survey. I'm gonna say this. I don't know. Maybe down the line it could be cool. But it's definitely a slippery slope, right? I don't know. These two, right? Classic players will never agree how the Classic Plus should look. I know, dude. People want so much stuff from their own perspective. Yeah. I'll say no to begin with. Yeah, to begin with, no. Should new race class combos be added? That's crazy, by the way. Only stuff that within the lore that makes sense. I think this one. How freaking weird is it that we don't have Human Hunter? That to this day, it still boggles me. Like, how do we not have a Human Hunter class? It's so weird. You know? But if they did it, it would have to make sense. Something that makes sense in lore. You know? Yeah. Should the gnome have a... Oh. Again, I might mean minority. I might. But I don't think they should. That's how I see it. I think it's cool that Horde have shamans and Alliance have paladins. I like that. That's me. Maybe you guys disagree. That's okay. You take the survey as well. And then vote for things that you think. And then we get a better survey. Should classes be reworked? New base ability, spells, class rules, combinations. Some spells, the modernize... Classic of distinct class fantasies. Some quality of life adds, totemic recall, projection, warlock summoning gate, combo points, persistence would be nice. But don't fix what ain't broke. Some new spells and modern, nice ability rotations. Red paladins, just don't change them. I do think a little bit of fleshing out of stuff would be good. I do think so, but don't go insane. Because the game is good. But there is some things that could maybe be better, right? Or different, or whatever. Some new spells and modernized ability rotations. Some quality of life adds. Like, I'm in between these two here. Shamans need lava burst. I don't think it should be a lot. I do think that there is a few things you could add that would definitely help a lot. Like maybe give, but I do that. But dude, I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna say the third one. Some spells that would modernize this, not modernize, but like just some things that would change them a little bit. I think actually TBC did a pretty decent job at making it a little bit different. But I dislike the word modernize a little bit, because it, yeah. Maybe some quality of life adds. Something that would make stuff a bit better for the classes. Yeah. I'm gonna say this one, but yeah. Oh god, there's so much. Yap! Of the following, what is the most important change needed to raid buffs in Classic? You may want to pick multiple, but only pick your biggest concern. They should cost less mana. They should no longer require reagents. Raid buff should be single cast raid-wide. Raid buff should be combined as multiple classes can buff multiple things, like in Wrath. Leave it as it was. Single cast and 1 hour buffs. Reagents are fine. You guys are saying 1. Doom Rugal, thank you for the 24 months. Okay, I can say multiple. Only pick your biggest concern. 1 or 3. Yeah, I mean, the reagent... I don't think the reagent stuff is a big deal. It's not really a big deal. I mean, honestly, if you say less mana, then this would just solve that. If they were just raid wide, you could just cast might, bang, you got might on everybody. That wouldn't... just that would fix it. Yeah, just make them raid wide. Easy clap. Should talent specialization be reworked? Slightly. Because this ties into this. They could do this with this. Just add something to make a few classes like work better, right? Yeah, like Balance Druid, Red Pally, Enhancement Shaman, stuff like that. They reworked them slightly in SOD. Slightly, by the way. SOD was crazy. The talents, yeah, but I mean, SOD in many ways I think was very extreme. I don't know how much they reworked the talents themselves, but I mean, the SOD classes were just different. They were just completely different, bro. The runes and sets were extreme in SOD. I don't know, I don't remember exactly how much they changed the talents themselves, so I'm not gonna like try to like argue too much for that. But I'm gonna say light touch. That's what I'm gonna say. Just a slight thing. Should new talent specializations be added? Guardian Druid, Tank Shaman. Warlock Tank, Rogue Tank, Mage Healer. I don't know. I feel like, honestly, I would rather just... I don't know. I'm going back and forth in my head. Because I would rather just have them, like, kind of touch up on the things that we have in the game, instead of focusing too much on adding a whole ton of new things. You know, because I feel like a lot of the stuff can be fixed. Like, what if Balance and Elemental and Red and stuff just had a little bit of a rework in that way? Shaman Tank is cool. It's a nothing answer. Guzu wants Classic with minor updates. Are you saying that adding new zones, new dungeons, changing some of the class talents, and like adding professions, adding new races, adding new areas and new... That's not minor updates. That is insane to say. That is... For me personally, I just want them to have the base game of vanilla, flesh out some of the stuff with the classes and the talents and the professions, make that a little bit more expansive, and then focus on new quest chains, new zones, new dungeons, new areas, new quest hubs, stuff like that. For me, Classic is taking the base game and expanding upon that. It's not just adding like a bunch of crazy shit. I don't know. If they were to do this new talent specialization, it would have to actually make sense. Like, yeah, Shaman Tank could make sense, because that was an initial plan for it. But if they do that, they have to also fix Paladin Tank, because Paladin Tank is dog shit. You know, they need a taunt. You know? Wouldn't that just be seasonal content implemented into Classic? They won't remake Classic, they will gradually add shit. I don't know how to mean. You need to attract new players, otherwise it will just be the same community all over again. I feel like it would attract new players. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people wanting to... I feel like you have to be... It's a slippery slope of like, who are we making the game for? Are we making the game for like retail people, current WoW people, or like new players to try to like get into WoW? Or are we trying to make a good... by the way, lol. Are they trying to make a good vanilla game? Like a good classic WoW game for the people that love classic WoW, right? Like what are they trying to do? Is it supposed to be a thing that appeals to everybody? Or a thing that's appeals to the people that love classic? Right? Fuck, it's so hard. This is why Classic Plus is so difficult. Because there's so many different opinions about it. I think it should definitely mainly appeal to classic people. And it should be a classic game. But it should also be expanded upon a lot. Because that's the point. It's Classic Plus. Shaman Tank makes sense, Mage Healer doesn't. If they add it to the ground, it could work. I mean, the only thing I would be interested to see here would maybe be Tank Shaman. That's it. That's literally the only one. And Paladin? Paladin no, but that's fixed here. The Paladin Tank issue is fixed there. Just add a taunt and like give them something to make Paladin tank viable. That's it. Warlock tank. I don't want Warlock tank. I don't want Rogue tank. I don't want Mage healer. I don't want all that insane custom shit personally. But something like a tank shaman and then like giving Paladins a little bit more stuff would be great. It would have to make concrete sense. Melee hunter? Melee hunter could make sense because they have the survival tree, and survival, it was supposed to be kind of like a melee meme, right? Could make sense. Yeah, it could. It could, definitely. Man. I love that you guys are getting riled up because it means that you care. And I love that. And do we disagree about some things? Of course, but that's good. Yeah. Battle mage? Holy shit, who's we? It's us. Should every specialization be competitive in both PvP and PvE? I'm just reading them. I'm leaning towards the third one. I was reading this a little bit. I think no, not every spec needs to be perfectly viable for both raid and PvP. Yeah, I think the third one. It doesn't need to be perfectly balanced. I think it's good that druids are the best flag carriers and rogues have their, like, you know, good like each class have something that they're shining at. That they're like, oh, I'm a druid. I can do hots everywhere. I can do flag carrying. I'm a paladin. You know, I wear the dress and heal. Right? I don't know. Everybody's good at something. That's cool. Should dual specialization be implemented? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. That's a simple yes. Should new professions be added? That could be cool. I'm gonna say yes. That could be cool. Yes, I like that. That's a cool idea. I do like the idea behind that. I'm not a robot. Should professions be updated to have more endgame relevance? Yeah, fuck it. Expand upon the professions. Expand them. Make something more viable, because it's like some of the professions are so depressing because it feels like some of them you don't really get anything out of it. You're just kind of like, oh, I guess I have to be the guy that does, you know, this or like whatever. Expand a bit about them. Yeah. Oh my god, this was such a long convo. I could keep talking about it for so long. I'm trying to like keep it short, and I know I'm not. But damn. Submit. End of survey. Holy smokes. There's so many. Wow! I don't know if we should do all of them today, chat. That might fry my brain. It might fry my brain. Maybe we do like one a day or something like that. Maybe tomorrow we could do like the world, and then we could do player and then systems. What do you guys think about that? Do world now. Maybe one a year. Don't be a pussy. We're gonna end up just not playing at all today then. Like if that's like, I don't know. You're planning on taking part in the regular Deadman mode? I don't think I'm gonna do it this Friday, no. I'm playing so much WoW stuff at the moment. Go level for the love. I feel like I would like to continue this, but maybe do it tomorrow, because it's gonna be like 4 hours of just surveys then. You know? Wait, hold on. Yeah, there's a lot here, guys. This is really sick, by the way. Like, genuinely, this is so amazing. Check the map. Where do I see the map? Community results? Damn, I'm impressed with this, guys. I really am. Wow. Twilight Highlands, Quel'Thalas. Undercity should be more accessible. The Lost Mines of Lordaeron. Water area with islands and Stormwind Harbor. South Sea Islands. This zone should be poppin'. 55 zone. Bro, this just looks like Classic Plus to me. Like them adding these zones and like PvP zone in Ashara. Caverns of Time, new raid, Bloodsail Hold. Imagine like a Bloodsail raid. Uldum raid. Venture Co. Harbor Dungeon. BFD quest or inconvenient. New dungeon, Jaden or Shadow Den. Holy shit. And no, this is not made by Blizzard. No, of course not. This is community made. The Big B could never, yeah. Make it a sprawling outdoor-indoor area that links to Silverpine Forest, more questing, and maybe a small group area for players to get into groups of 2 to 3 for early group content. Let me look at the Bloodsail raid. Hidden among the sand dunes of the southern coast of Daenerys, a newfound partnership between Bloodsail Buccaneers, Defias, Venture Co, and Naga threats the world order. Players kill Defias holdouts, high-ranking Venture Co, and Naga overseers, and the leadership of the Bloodsail Buccaneers to uncover the mystery of their partnership. To get a tune, players must assemble the treasure map dropped in pieces of the Bloodsail camp in East Daenerys, follow it to the instance portal, and then report to Steamweedle Captain, who's added to the Steamweedle port. Next, players must work with Salashi in Sonaris to uncover the growing involvement of Naga in Azeroth by venturing into the ruins of Eldorath. Last, players uncover documents and letters between the Mysteries O and the Bloodsail leader deep within the lower Blackrock Spire. This is cool as fuck! Then you can click on like... So if I click on STV, I can zoom in on STV. World PvP objective Blood Moon or Stranglethorn. Blasted Lands. Eastern Blasted Lands. Imagine that, dude. You give it to characters where people are coming with ideas and talent trees. This is absolutely insane. There's a lot of empty space in the game that like would make sense to add something. Sunken Symbol deserves more lead-up quests while leveling here. Sunken Symbol is wasted in Classic. Purify Aranicus quest conclusion. They never finished that quest! It leads nowhere! Defend Redridge Mountains world event. Remove or lower RNG on glowing Shadowhide pendant. Blackrock Orc dungeon. Oh, imagine that! Beneath the Stonewatch Tower is a newly discovered catacomb. A powerful Black Dragon King lieutenant is lying in wait with a collection of Blackrock Orcs and Dragon Whelps to burn Lakeshire to the ground. Like dungeons and stuff that would make sense. Molten Core Reimagined Opus, Anduin Lothar PvP event. BRD should come later in Classic Plus. I don't know about that. What is this one here? Twilight Highlands. New world boss, Cho'Gall. Grim Batal. Red Dragonkin quests. Flight Path. Dun Mudur quest dungeon. Retake Dun Mudur from the Dark Iron Dwarves and delve into the underground Dwarven city, overrun with insurgents. Purge Dun Mudur, thwart Balgaris the Foul's plans, and take his head. Stormguard Keep, a dungeon in like a raid in Stormguard Keep. 10 to 20 player raid. Honestly, like, all of this here is like all the things I've been talking about, but like you can see it. Because this is all the things I've been yapping about all the time. Like new quests, fleshed out zones, new dungeons in the areas, and this is so insane. This is, for me, a very... Obviously not everything here is stuff that I would love to see. But almost everything here is like... For me, what Classic Plus would be. Just fleshed out zones, new quests, new raids, new dungeons, new areas that make sense in the lore. This is made with true love to the game. It really is. I feel like I'm absolutely high on copium right now. Like, absolutely insane. What about the player? So this is what you were talking about. Holy shit. Compared to leatherwork and tailoring, blacksmithing, it feels like it's too skill-based. So what if I click Orc Warrior? Respecing gets expensive. And there's like sub-topics. Dual spec, cost a level. Okay, so this one they don't like. So like this is one that people voted no for. Dual specialization should be a major milestone, available at 60 for significant sum like 400 gold. They didn't like that. Allow players to have 3 specializations. People didn't like that either. So like if I don't like this, I go no. Where's Necromancer? See, a lot of people actually didn't vote for this. They didn't downvote it, didn't upvote it. No dual spec inside raids. They hate that. Yeah, fuck that. What if I go for a sub-topic like Warrior? So if I want to see specific things to Warrior, I can do that here. Ability changes. Slam does not reset the Warrior's weapon swing and costs 20 rage. Thunderclap may be used in any stance. Berserker rage generate... The Warriors would be so disgusting if Slam didn't reset the swing timer. Holy fuck, they would be absolutely vile. I think that's how it works in Wrath, right? I don't even know if I like that, honestly. What if I go... Paladin. Paladin, and then subclass Paladin. Protection Paladin should be overhauled. Yeah. Paladin ability and talent rework. Seal twisting by spec. They don't like that. Talent trees. Wow. I thought we were just taking a quick survey today, guys. Seal twisting was make it fun. Yeah, I don't play Paladin and stuff, right? But it's still. Now take another. I don't know if we should take all the surveys today. I feel like maybe doing like maybe the world like tomorrow and stuff, or I don't know. Or we just like chat. If we commit to doing more, I'll pretty much not be playing WoW today, because this will take hours, I think. Just do one a day. I think so too. I do want to do more, but like it might be a lot to do this for like 6 hours in a row. I think it would be great. Class Hall, not one more Legion, obviously. Or Class Hall. Holy shit. The systems. Oh wow. I love the UI. This is really made with love to the game. A separated collection inventory should be available for mounts. Yeah, I like that. It's just completed. Achievement should be included in Classic Plus from day one, providing the path of a horizontal and collection. Account-wide. Yeah, I like that. So the ones that are really upvoted are looked at as high level. And the ones that people hate, they're like gray. This is giving me so high hopes for Classic Plus, but I know this is not made by Blizzard. But holy crap, is this cool. Damn. This is insane. At the current point, it's just fantasy and brain massage. I feel like, looking at the different votes that people are doing and the different suggestions for content, I know we agree that we disagree on some certain things here and there, but it feels like a lot of people does agree on a lot of the same things. So it does look like there is some sort of a direction that everybody can kind of agree on, which I think is good. I will obviously link the website here, guys. Please go vote. Go vote, take the surveys, and be a part of it. Be a part of, like, I mean, I'm gonna even say, like, the little movement there is with Classic Plus. Because the more people that get involved, the higher chances there are that something actually happens, and it'll be great. Because I do think that Classic Plus could be one of the greatest MMO experiences ever. If done well. But that's a big if. Do the survey. Spread it with your friends. And amongst your communities. I would say part of it is just viewers agreeing with their streamers. That is also true. There is definitely some echo chambers here and there, but I think something like this would make it a bit more open to where people can just vote on their own time with their own opinions, right? And I think that's what we need. That's what we need for stuff like this. Yeah. It is. All that happens here is the creators of the website gets a bunch of money due to the hype of Classic Plus, but it will never happen. I feel like this is made from a passion. Vanilla Northrend. Slight upvotes there. I think... Damn. How are they getting money? I don't think they're getting any money for this. I mean, this is just a passive... This is a passion, guys. This is made from passion of the game. Wanting a game to be the best that it can be. Wow. I think what we'll do, guys, is... I'm not gonna do all these surveys today, because that will be a lot, okay? I think tomorrow we'll take a look at the world, and we'll do this whole thing. Take a look at the survey there, and then sometime after we can do the player and then the systems. Okay? Because let's be honest, Classic Plus is not going anywhere. Not yet, at least. So I think we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but wow. Holy smokes.